And then there you go. And then I will grab my YouTube to reconfirm on this side for you.
Please do. We may be back. We may be back on YouTube, people. Checking.
And there you are. Live against Arsenal right now.
Outstanding. Yeah, so I don't know. Well, thank you as always, Womp. This is why you get a shout out at the end of every stream. Technical assistance, among other things.
You know full well I will always help where I can, and I'm happy to help. So have a great stream. Kick Arsenal's ass, and guys, remember it's his birthday stream. Terrorize him.
It is.
Make him go bright red from subs. It's great fun.
It is. Okay.
We all love Tass.
Hey, YouTube is back. Welcome. Good morning, everyone, over on the YouTube side.
See you later, Tass.
Thank you again, Womprat. Big shout out to the Lost Womprat for just helping us get the issue resolved and back up live here on YouTube. So can't do it without Womp. I would have never figured that out myself. I promise.
More importantly, happy birthday, buddy. Have a great day.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you. All right. Let's see. Let me catch up with the chat. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough, Hugsy. Yeah, when they got you on weight, take that as a compliment, man. If you're truly reaching the opponents that no matter what you do, they've just got so much more that they're going to have a solid high banner solution to you and still strip banners off you on your own attacks, let that be a momentary plateau, right? A plateau that you are on for a brief period of time and then you ascend from because you're continuing to improve your roster. All right. Yes, Empire, good to see you. Dude's third cousin, MGYT 2025. Good to see all the guys there on YouTube. Pabuapa, happy birthday. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, Wolfman. Big shouts to Womps. To Columbus, thank you for the happy birthday. Thank you, Roar. Yeah, Hugsy. You'll get there. You'll get where you're meant to be. All right. Yamush, good morning and happy birthday. Thank you, guys. Yeah, this is a big one, right? This is the big 4-0. It's finally upon me. It's all, prostate exams and an increasing number of funerals from here, right? Or so they say. Hype Train just kicked off. Man, I gotta keep checking the Twitch manually because this chat log that I'm using not really update me on Hype Trains. Thank you guys for kicking off a Hype Train. We are 31% of the way to level 2. Let's switch hats. That is my standing obligation to you guys. Get you set up. Only 27 years till retirement. Yay! Hit the kids. Yay, emote. Somebody. There you go. All right, back to the accounting of Arsenal's attacks. Okay, so he came back down here and fought Stranger. We also got a hold. He had to withdraw on that one and went back in and got a 37. So kicked the shit out of it on the second go. Tried something. Had to have done an experiment, but knew he had something solid to take it out anyway. What, honestly, is going to 57 this team right now? I'm very curious. All right, Stormtrooper Luke, he got a 56, only one banner. And then against the new Cody FDC with Krex and Kicks, and I really tanked out my Cody, right? Tried to make him just as durable as possible. That was a 54, so a couple little nibbles there. Against Dad Bob Boba, a 54, another few nibbles. Nicely done. In the back here, saw Luthen Kyle with the new Kyle Crom. We got a hold. Where is that? He killed 2 on the first go, and then cleaned it up thereafter for a 39, it looks like. There's a chance that that's off by 1 by the bot. All right. Against Enoch. Yeah, man. This was actually kind of impressive. Where is that? 52. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. The Night Trooper and the DTP both got some attention in the off season. So they're nasty. They're nasty. So the 52 is surprising, better than I thought, but glad to see that the attention was worth something. Lord Vader, now the Relic 10 Oppo, who's just under 11k offense. Really love that. CX2 with a Kron that has about like 50-something% health and 150-ish thereabouts armor penetration. Dark side buffs up. Level 3. That was a 54. Okay, that's fine. Ahsoka with Watt and Huyang. And I do have a Huyang Kron, but it's got like a prod up level 3, not turn meter. Don't really feel like setting not turn meter, right? 57 against Ahsoka Watt. Against Rey Swolo Ezra with the Chota Kron, the Chota FDC. That was also, I want to say 57. Yeah, just put it down. Now, I've heard word on the wind that Leia Drogan R2 with the Wampa Kron actually gets this done for 57. I may well be doing that myself if I see that from him. Okay, that's the back wall. Up top, it is Pirate King we already talked about. Then Baylan Shin Marok. We also got a hold there. What was it? Yeah, he withdrew and then 37'd it on the second go. So again, an experiment and then using something solid. I was considering Dengar for the third. I was considering OG Hondo. Yeah, in the Marok. You've got Inquisitor Barris, second sister, ninth sister with the Inquisitor Barris, FDC. 53. Oh, we were working on something there. Nice. All right, then you have Fugitive Omega, Crosshair, and yes, big ol' wrecker here with the Crosshair Kron. Did get a hold. Where is that? He killed one. I don't know which one on Fugitive Omega, and then cleaned it up for a 36, so a max banner clean after that. Nice. All right, and then against Maz, OG Hondo and Quiggled with a new Scoundrel Kron. 25% turn meter, I want to say. I don't know that that matters, but it was more about the... I think I have the debuffs, level 6 for Scoundrels. So everybody kind of eats on that. Where was that? Gotta be one of the last teams hit. Oh, I made a note about it somewhere. Surely. Surely. I guess I missed that one. Let's just assume, given the benefit of the doubt, and assume that that was a... Oh yeah, that was a 57 on Maz. There it is. Okay. So that's how we got to that score I calculated earlier. What was that? A 1506 he had on ground. Here on Fleet, unexpected goodness. We set Chimera down with Bomber, TIE Fighter, and Palpatine shuttle up front. And yes, then it's just Scythe, you call it, Iden's ship and Second Sister's ship. And he got he withdrew, actually. He didn't get any banners on the first attempt and then got it for a 51. So it would have been a 71 on this, you know, if that was a first go. Very interesting. He mixes it up only occasionally on Fleet, but I was hoping that this was going to get him because I haven't set something like this too often. Anyways, I was very surprised and very grateful that this happened because it is rare to get any kind of action on Fleet these days. So yes, he got a 72 against Leviathan and against Finalizer, 74. All right, that's how we got there. How have you never made sub badges? Probably because as a viewer, I just don't think about them. Tell me what you want, man. Oh, I know this game only gets traction if you spend. I think I have sub emotes and stuff, sub only emotes. But as far as badges, I can look into it. I don't usually pop under the hood for that Twitch stuff, but like upon request, I'm happy to do things for my fans for sure. Very happy to do so because I'm as a viewer, I'm not usually thinking about that type of thing. You know, is the game? Am I skipping anybody? No, okay, cleaned up. Never mind. Okay, let's talk about his defense. Top side, he's got his own fugitive Omega team, Crosshair Wrecker, Crosshair Kron, Jabba, Boba, Fennec. Yeah, I think I had... Did I have Jabba down? Yeah, I talked about that. That was with Forlom instead of Fennec. Well, I don't think we got a hold there, though. And then, yes, his Asajj, Dark Disciple, Focus, Datacron, Stormtrooper Luke, Leia, Stormtrooper Han, all Relic 9. I did the same over the break. Nice. Very nice, man. Stormtrooper Luke, Focus, Datacron, Saw Luthen Kyle, man after my own heart, and I can also appreciate working with similar constraints. He actually has a really nice 369. I want to say I had the health up, evasion up level 3, which is, you know, not quite as good for the situation. He's also got stun 6, which be something. Bit of crit damage, health, huge chunk of defense, and I cannot underestimate. All right, Cody, Krex, Kicks at the bottom there. All right, bottom front, he's got Pirate King, SM33, and Bane. I have heard tales that this SM33 is a bad time. Furthermore, our friend has strongly specialized into defense on this Kron. So he's got the 25% turn meter Dark Side level 3, the basic cooldown reset and 100% turn meter per character, once per character for Scoundrels, and then the Bane level 9 with 302% defense and 11.5% offense. Nasty. So if Bane doesn't get you, SM33 might. I think it's going to be Slacker. I don't know what you guys are hearing on the street is really spicy for taking this on. I do wonder. You know, Jabba at the end of 5 vs 5, concede that this was using a set 25 Kron yourself, was able to fight Pirate King. Do you think that still has legs? Because using Slacker here is cool. Like, here's the thing. If Pirate King increases cooldowns on Slacker and you have Hux, you can still reset Slacker and stun Bane. And the number one objective is to stun Bane. But like immediately behind that would be to otherwise stun or somehow blunt the damage from SM33. And Chrysanthemum would do a fine job of that. So I do wonder, but also without a stun, isn't Chrysanthemum just going to get apparated by Bane? I've been seeing Banes just like 2 and 3 shot. Didn't it happen to Arnold just yesterday? Something like he was controlling the fight very well for a good long time, and then Bane got loose and did like pop, 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 like basics. And full health, full protection Slacker was just gonzo. So, yeah, it's going to take a while to saw through that Kron, for sure. It's an insane amount of defense. All right. Stranger, Starkiller, Spider Maul Kron. How are these guys looking for him these days? Very nice. Love it. Whew. It's a bad boy. That is a bad lad. I think having higher health on Starkiller is super good while we have this Focus Datacron, because he's so much more likely to get the ship down in 3 vs 3 with the Focus Datacron. Takes probably too long without it. So I think that going back towards a skew that's a little more heavy on offense than health, while still being in the same set, I'm in like an offense and defense set. I think that's probably what I'll end up doing. And okay, so he's running speed setup on Stranger. 42. What is mine? I want to say mine's like 330 in a tanky setup, so that's really nice. Wow. 10K. Okay, he's got some armor tucked in. Respect. Fair. Fair. All right, Inquisitor Barris, second sister, 9 sister, Inquisitor Barris, Kron. I'll have to check my notes about what I was doing against this last season. I want you to set 25 dependent. What are you guys doing, Barris? EP, DVDE, and Royal. I probably should look this one up because there would be data on this from last season. Obviously, I don't have Maz. And if you recall, me doing Maz against this in 5 vs 5, I found it discouraging. So, and we also got a hold with our own EP, DVDE. I don't think I saw Maz on his defense, so good odds on that getting used there? Something like that? Zavor99 says, I've seen a couple people use JMK Cat Watt to take out Vane. Yeah, I have heard about that, and I did make the conscious decision to still set Watt with Ahsoka. Because the question was that I was asking myself and TJ when we were, doing our group planning, was if I set Ahsoka with like Hu Yang and Fulcrum, for example. Sure, you can Baylan, but whatever. I'm not as worried about that. Are you still going to do BKM if you don't see Watt there? Or are you going to be successful with BKM if you don't see Watt there? And I was willing to think that the answer was probably yes. So that's why I still stuck with the Watt. All right, Jabba, Chrysanthemum, Bausch as the last team on his wall. 25% turn meter. Whenever a debuff expires on an enemy, Scoundrel allies gain 2% turn meter, doubled if that debuff was dispelled by an enemy, with a real casual 242% defense, 9.83% health, and 16% offense. Surely there is nothing to be concerned about. What are we looking at, damage-wise? Ooh, this fast. Ooh. Oh. All right. Does Aphra work against Jabba this season? Aphra would work against the Fugitive Omega. We did that last 3 vs 3, I want to say. Let me check my notes. Yeah, this one's taking a while to get kicked off, guys, but you got to understand, I had an Erodium round 1. Have to be so careful trying to beat an opponent like Arsenal, because I really want this win. Not only because it's my birthday, and not only because I've lost the last couple matches versus Arsenal, but because I don't want to fight another Erodium this week. I want real fights. So, yeah. What did I have written in? Yeah, I'm still thinking Riva for his Saw. I do have DRZ. What is DRZ doing well against? Down through. Unlikely that he has Great Mothers on. Do have some. Do have Queen. I haven't thought about really how to. Okay. And I'll check you guys' comments and recommendations here in a second. I'm just checking my notes. Yeah, I was using goofy stuff like JMK versus Stormtrooper Luke last season, so probably need to be doing something. By the way, with that Scoundrel Kron and with the defense, does that sound like a likely candidate to Mother Taliesin? I recall defense not being great for Mother Taliesin. Does that sound right to you guys? All right, looking at the chat. I think if they don't set OG Hondo, you can take Great Mothers with a 25% turn meter and win. Yeah, Yamash? Yeah? Until you get to Spirit's first turn, how do you ensure that Morgan just doesn't get deleted by Vane? How does that work? All right. Pabu Appa says, I've been using Gas Rex 5s against Inquisitor Barris, but it hasn't been very clean. In what way, Pabu? Like, you're winning? You've done it like 2 rounds so far, and it's 1 for like a 54? What are we talking about? Because Arsenal's gotten a good handful of drops on my defense. So I have a bit of room to work with in terms of banner bleed. I would only need a 1-shot to be surely in the clear. So as long as we have high confidence in the success rate of the counters, bleed is a lot less important today. Yes, Zavor, I've been seeing Riva Adrad with Bays. I've heard about that. Can you tell me more? I saw data people using Porkron last season. I also want to say I saw the blue set 26, with a turn meter and then kind of a smattering of stats when I was looking at the data. Offense, health, whatever. Okay, Pabu confirms that he's used Gas Rex 5s both rounds, won both times, lost 5s. Second time, he lost both Rex and 5s. That is rough indeed. I'll keep it in mind, though. Yomush, there's lots of bonus health in the kits for Morgan. She gets blessed for more bonus. Okay, so you do bless her. That was a question. TJ was thinking if he was going to do that versus Pirate King, that was the way to play it. Interesting. The Spirit Stealth at start, I think there's a good chance you kill Vayne with the Swarm. Very interesting. So you're rocking high crit damage, right? Is that the strategy here? High crit damage, some health, dark side buffs, level 3 from set 27. Is that what I'm thinking here? These are good questions. This is good stuff to figure out. Yeah. Zavor, I don't know if you heard me ask about the Adrad counter, but I'd be willing to try that. I could take some risks too, guys. I mean, for your benefit. It's early in the season. We all have the same thing in mind early. We just need to see fights. We need to see stuff. So if you've got cool things to try that feel probable, I'll give them a reason. TM level 3, otherwise they go before you and you're toast. Okay. With Lightning Raid, I see. We're starting under stealth, is it? You're not at all concerned about the Lightning Raid turn. Are we sure that both Great Mother, like you would want both Great Mothers and Spirit under stealth, right? No other options. Guilty, hit me with the hydrate. Appreciate you, man. Vex easy beat Maul with the new Bad Batch. That is slick. That is really interesting to hear, and I appreciate that, man. Oh crap. I have to go back over to Twitch to see how that hype train wrapped up. Thank you guys so much for that hype train earlier. Please take that hat off, Matt Maximum. You don't like the Stormtrooper Fez? Come on, man. That was a community goal, man. All right, you did turn meter level 3 and some defense. Okay, not sure how much those matter, but it went really smooth. Okay, and that was, you said, against versus Inquisitor Barris. Why don't we line that one up first? Let's see if there's something to that. With Bays, a turn meter, so it's going to be blue set, and you did say defense. Boy, I don't know how much. There was defense on this set? I don't think there's light side turn meter on this set, right? So you're talking about blue set, right? Something more like this, but I would imagine. I don't even think offense on this set. We can probably rock something like this and be okay. I think that'll work. Health, you got your wires crossed? No worries, man. Okay. So it was a Relic 5 Maul for Vex. Yeah, well, to be fair, I mean, at least early in the fight, what's going to wreck you early in the fight is the not Spider Maul people. No worries. No worries, Zavor. No problem. GM could get targeted. It's a risk for sure. Yeah, I do have Slacker reserved, and here's the thing. I don't know that I can just afford to throw away Great Mothers. What? Although, if he has set JMK Cat Ezra in the back, I might be in for a really bad time. In which case it would be nice to have Slacker for the back. I know JMK takes on Slacker pretty well, but as far as the options that I have, I don't know. I remember a horror show with Leia last season. Anyway, let's give this a try and feel it out. What do I need to remember about this? Ability buff. Jeez. So yeah, you're just, my guess is this one's really straightforward. You wait till they build up some buffs, you use Baze's sweep to take that off. I guess you stunned who you can, which... Sister. And yeah, dispel Purge off yourself, I guess, when you can. That's going to force turn meter into them. Oh, crap. Guys, I'm getting a call from my mother on my birthday, so let me mute real quick, because I'm not going to turn down the call from Mom on my birthday. Shit. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. That's right. Yes, Vin, I did. You gotta answer, Mom. Gotta answer. Yes, I was talking to you guys. That's my bad. So, thinking about this fight here, using Raddus's third when you have a lot of Purge on everybody means he could take a whole bunch of true damage. Are there any pitfalls to this fight that you're aware of, Zavor, or anybody else? Otherwise, I'm thinking this is a pretty straightforward fight. I think we're a cool hour into the stream, just about to start the first battle. It's good. Good. Thanks so much again for those gift subs, guys. We've had a hype train. We've had some gift subs. We've had some resubscribes. It's been a great day. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. All right, well, let's not hold up just waiting for Zavor to get back to us. He doesn't work for me. He's not on the clock. Get about it. If we die, we die. Who must be stunned? I mean, you're kind of built to do more stuff. You're an annoyance. I don't know. Play it by ear, friend. Yeah, we can just kind of chill on that. We could use the single target this. Right? Does that not give us a little license? Not quite. Shields up here? Yeah, why don't we go ahead and put Taunt up on base? Very little can go wrong from that. Patience. Yes, thanks again. Thanks again, Art. They got a whole bunch of this. Doesn't do anything. Ooh, Empire enemies and max health. Oh shit. This is probably gonna hurt them. It hurt them. Yeah, that was a sizable chunk. I am down with this. 8, leave Brittany alone. 8. Oop, nope, wait. Okay, wait, that is the good one. Do that, that's fine. This is the take a little bit of damage portion of the show, but trigger those 3 exposes over there. I'll do some. Okay. Stun. Sweep off the Giga. Oh my god. Okay. Ooh, is not good. We still can't really use this, right? We gotta just chill. Hey. Cool. Be cool. Dispel you, maybe? You're... Why we save this? Oh, there's permakill because of IBarris unique. Ooh, shit. Okay. Surely nothing will go wrong for us. Here. All things blessed. Stop that. Hey, leave Brittany alone. Oh, yep, that one's okay. That's fine. Oh! Okay. Not quite what I need. Not quite what I need. We needed way more offense, I guess. We used the middle, though, so we were not as buffed up as I could make us be. Unfortunate. They might live. Yeah, that's the thing. Live. It's painful to my agenda. I'm killing you. Ooh. Come on. Come on. Aha! Buffs up. Done. Basic. Done. Basic. Yeah, land that. Immediately that with that. Fair enough, dickhead. Keep with the stun. Little profit in you being stunned. Or not being stunned, rather. Yeah. Oh, you didn't land the stun. You have like one job. Thought we were incredibly clear about this. That's right, kid. Winnie the Pooh indeed. Okay. We failed to land our stuns some of the time. I think we just put it on auto and let it ride. See what we can't get out of the end of that. Okay. Hey, sub guy. Good to see you. Bushman, welcome. Let's see. What's the idea behind bumping up Jin's relics? I left her at relic 5 because the AI tends to focus the weakest target. She ends up being the weakest target for me anyway, so I don't think that's even an issue for me. Yeah, I think we're not going to be able to get our girl down in time. She is just restoring too well. That is unfortunate, guys. Yeah, she really did not take all that much damage. Kind of unimpressed. But I also didn't bring a lot of offense into the fight, I guess. Anyway, the Relic 9 on Jin, I think is partially to help in TB, but also partially... I like the cost of this, by the way. That was okay. I mean, we can bear some drops. Let's put that in the notes. But yeah, did that to help with TB and also just to bump up Cassian's ship. Remember, Home 1 is often having Cassian on the front line, and it is kind of just a standing principle of mine that any ship that's on the front line should be the maximum relic level that you expect to see from your opponents, from their own front line. So at my level, everybody's minimum for a front line is much Relic 9. So to not be left behind, I made that move. Yeah, 33 heal over time, indeed. I used Reva against this. It's sure a lot easier and better banners. Definitely, Rumbo. Yeah. We knew that one had an element of risk to it. Okay, so Rad, Jin, Bays, 2+, well, 12+, right? Yeah. Okay. That's a drop. Against the solo Inquisitor Barris, I'll figure. What was it going to be for DVD? I said I was going to look that up, didn't I? Thank you. Sounds like a whole bunch of gift subs just came out. Plumbus just handed out another 5 gift subs. Thank you. Wow. Really appreciate you guys today. Happy birthday to me, indeed. Let's get this cron on. Yeah, gonna be a fun night, guys. I have been to a Brazilian steakhouse exactly once, and it was before COVID. So for the first time in years now, I am going back to one tonight. That is the main objective of the evening. So. All right. All right, I see that. Not a lot of this, out there. So we know that there's a royal. We can kind of mentally fill in the blanks. Great Mothers would get stuck, I think. Wouldn't be able to immediate... Well, yeah, because you would want to burn down DVDE. So you have to kill EP first, and you can't be getting stuck on royal. Fair enough. Wow, there's a lot of things that earned goose eggs. What about Malgus? ERZ crashed. Not good. Thank you. Oh, Thronhub just raided in with a party of 1. Welcome. Welcome, Thronhub and friend. Appreciate you showing out. Hey, Sinfrio, sorry I didn't see you earlier there on the YouTube side. Voxen says you should bump Jin up to 6 for new Kron so you use all the Kron stats. There. Yeah, well, also Spamurai, like, she ends up being generally like the lowest life total character on the team if your relics are kind of competitive. Like, if she's Relic 9 and Cassian's Relic 8, it's still a fairly trivial matter to make sure that he's thicker. And she takes damage from AoE. Once she is the most blooded character on your side of the board, the AI tends to focus her anyway. So... No, Thrawn, it's not a waste of your time. It's not a waste of my time to have you in 1 to 5 to, you know, if just you rated yourself, I'm happy to have you. Cool. It is all good, man. Yeah, I can believe that did not work. I think the question is, do I risk? Oh my god, what is this? 273 and 12k. Ooh, now here's the thing. 73% crit chance isn't the most. He could still crit most teams. He does not gain profit, so he's not getting more crit chance, I think, from any other source. So to run a crit damage set with, I don't know, the chance under 90%, may not get crit so often. Depends on the team. Watch me just get absolutely blown out. You can JMK the Hondo, but that's with Watt, right? I have Watt on defense with Ahsoka. I've heard about this, but I don't have the tech for it today. Striker says, Tass, I've used DTMG with Moff Gideoncron for a 57 both rounds of this week. You're speaking about EP DVDE? I am absolutely down to give that a go. I'm assuming it's these three. And what would you be rocking? The turn meter, I assume? Turn meter? You don't have Mara Jade to give a ton of shock. And I mean, I guess we can cleanse it with Scout anyway. Hype Train, a second Hype Train kicked off? Holy shit, I missed that one. My bad, guys. Well, overdue hat change. Not bad time. You used Seer Malicos against DVDE, but it was only a Relic 5. I mean, is that, are you Relic 5 fighting it? It's a competitive counter. But yeah, Striker, did you run turn meter, though, or buffs up level 3? Hey, Mad Maximin joined the Discord. Welcome, Mad Max. Nice mod, Banja. Alright, Striker must have stepped away. I'm going to guess that the turn meter is probably the way to go. We died. Does he have the thing where he can't have his turn meter manipulated? Like the other Darth Vader? Immune to turn meter reduction. So leading off with turn meter with Gideon's thing is not really going to do anything good for us. Fair enough, Striker. Let's have it. Science time. I can't reduce his turn meter, so I'm not going to bother to try. Blind is good. Save this, of course. Start the spam. Oh, bam. Yeah, love that. What's not to love about that? You can't really call them, so the question is it important for me to have taunt? I mean, I'll wait one turn before we do that. 8. Okay. I've had worse. I've also had better. Okay. Is this how one kills the EP? Mm-hmm. It is. Secret hidden technique. Oh, my next trick. I shall spam forth. Very nice, Striker. Good tip. Good tip, man. What are we looking at here? Free you up? Double lock. Okay. Yeah, that sure doesn't actually work against you. All right. Present Ash. Yeah. Wow. We're in an amazing spot. Go ahead and armor shred blind. 57. I wonder if that works as well versus Mara Jade in there instead of Royal. That could be dangerous. Ah. Okay. I see that we're in an ad set. That's my bad, guys. Columbus says, maybe I need to take DTMG off defense, but he's been getting holds. All right. It works with Mara in there too, Striker? Dig that. Nice, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, a good number of you were not hit by ads. So because a lot of gift subs get handed out on this channel. So thank you to everybody that donates the gift subs. Really appreciate it. I know you guys do. Thank you. All right, we're back from ads. Sorry, that fight you guys got a little bit cut off by that. Essentially, we just mashed Moff Gideon AoE. I avoided using DTMG's taunt up / revive, thinking that I might need it at some point. And also at the points where he didn't have taunt, it was only scout visible there, and he was full health, full protection. I thought we'd be okay, and we were. It was basically just spamming Moff Gideon AoE until, yeah, he just all died. I'd say that's about it. It was not terribly complicated, so if you missed that, my apologies. You just tried it against Mara Jade and got destroyed, says Lux Flux. Interesting. Maybe if Mara Jade is there, you do use the turn meter pull at the beginning. Even though you can't slow down DVDE, shutting her, or, slowing her back down, probably part of the recipe, if I had to guess. All right. What are you guys doing for Jabba? Don't say Lord Vader. You can say JMK, you can say Night Sisters, you can say something else. But don't say Lord Vader, because we don't have that. I do have a Jabba of my own, by the way. I might be able to use that to pick apart a JMK Ezra team, right? I wouldn't be able to eat Ezra. Would be able to eat Cat. Wampa, yeah. I've heard, I've seen success and I've seen failures so far this season. Also, I hear that Leia with Wampa, with Wampacron, is a golden ticket through Rey Swolo Ezra with the Chodacron. I can't afford to be messing with it, guys. I gotta be able to take that thing on clean. So, Night Sisters and Prey, I see that. I hear that. I do. Is Night Sisters purely suicidal? I have to ask. What is the secret? What is it that we would need? We would need armor penetration so that the dead Asajj can stack up. What am I looking for there? The speed up is whatever. Basic ability, crit chance up. This is specifically not good. Because if we use the basic with Marin, we'll be in a tough spot. This is okay. It depends on what my need for potency. Yeah, fair point, guys. Wrong leader. I've done that before as well. But let's check the tenacity numbers real quick, see what we're dealing with. 179. 89. Not exactly bricked out, right? Still, we can check the potency end of armor pen. Hey, look at that. Armor penetration, potency. The health is not the best. We could look for something a little. There, 6% health, armor penetration, potency. Ah, shit. It's the buffs up level 3. We're trying to avoid that. Stacking offense is okay, I guess. Yeah, protection. The crit chance isn't great because that can make the deaths hurt a lot. Potency, crit damage, armor penetration. Interesting. What's Arsenal's level 6? Doesn't look like it's potency upgrade. Normally stops Wampa. Yep. Music still playing? Oh, it's pick that back up. I haven't faced a Jabba this week. I've been wanting to try JML with Jedi Cal's no revive level 6 against. Oh, interesting. How novel. That is very interesting. All right. Well, since there's a Jabba down, I feel very much compelled to try Night Sisters against it. This is the least dangerous. These things. Ooh. We're using Aphra versus Fugitive Omega. That's gonna be with IG90, right? Oh, this scroll was the worst. Oh. Yeah, I was about to say. Don't bullshit me. Yeah, okay, great mothers. There it is. BT1000. Okay, so people were trying that. What? Did we not have IG90 mature at this point? Algus, real. What is that? Spicy. How interesting is that? We might make use of that. All right. I can't believe they haven't allowed people to set their own defaults for GAC Insight. Yeah, I know you guys are not finding it top tier entertainment to watch me sort through that all the time, but you guys know how I do. All right, I can't believe they somebody who is in Insight for one season so far. It's absolutely goated, but maneuvering it can be such a pain. I mean, any detailed, refined tool is gonna take refinement to use, you know? I really might save this. So if it can't be that, can't be that. Could be this, but the crit chance is not. Feel prod is nice though. This one's okay. How long until we get to another dark side? Dark side. Not the droid. Damage, armor penetration, offense stack. no added potency. Hey, Aragon, good to see you, man. Welcome. Suzette says there are saved filter presets in Insight. Wow, I should probably look into that. All right, let's see how this goes. We are probably going to be blown out, if I had to guess. Experiment time. No, wrong one. Hit somebody else. Could not have been more clear. Okay. Okay. It's fine. Fine. Fellow. Magnificent. No, not that one, damn it. Keep being clear about this, but you guys keep not killing the one. Yes, that one. Yes. Yes, specifically that one. Okay. Let's just do this. I really don't like putting on auto basic because Chrysanthemum gets low fairly quick. Is that the moment? Or do I do one more? Oh, well, you weren't supposed to come back. Look, not everything's perfect. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, we're absolutely allowed to limp our way through this. So if we somehow don't end up getting what's her name to explode, a good citizen, like a good citizen, really have to insist on it. Okay. Huh. Almost there. Stay on target. Please kill her. Hit her with a Bosca. Okay, fair enough. Am I worried about not putting this on auto basic for some? Come on. I think I'm gonna put it on auto basic. Let nature take its course. Snoover, hello there. It's your birthday? If so, best wishes. It is, in fact, my birthday. It is the big 4-0, my man. Hey, we're on the auto basic train now, so let's see if the armor penetration ramping Asajj's smacks ends up mattering in the long haul. Got 2.5 minutes to run it. Chuck into Marin third. Didn't end up needing it. I thought we would end up needing it to finish off Chrysanthemum properly, but not today. Oh, we're so close. Ooh, the ooh got us. Yeah, it's all good, Striker. We'll see what we got. We got 2 minutes. But that is a pretty full-looking job, I would say. Would you not agree? Why without game sounds? My game volume's not on? Not intentional. Let me fix that for you. Look, audio off. So you just want to hear the sounds of the sisters dying over and over. That's a thing. That's a thing, buddy. Find out. The Guru says, "Happy birthday, legend! Thank you for the quality intel. Happy to bring it to you. I'm finding it myself live as we speak, so always a pleasure." The best thing you could ever tell me is you picked up something that helped you win your Grand Arena from my stream. My favorite thing to do. All right, I'm actually going to step away real quick and check on my daughter because Mrs. T is at work for the next couple hours yet. So while this is taking its course, I will be right back. Oh, do I need to accept the fight for any reason? I don't think so. And I'm not going to stun either. I'm just going to let this ride out. Like, I could try and go for the revive and have everybody there at the end. I'm not going to do that. $52. Better than I deserve. So JMK is what I was thinking I might have to use there. That is fascinating. Glad to see that still works. Banja, I know if you're in the chat, you're just injecting this into your veins. I know you. I know what you're up to. The DV. Oh, we took that one out. DTMG, Gideon, Moth Gideon, Scout. 57. That was a clean stump. Yeah, again, thanks for that, Striker. Hot recommendation. Yeah, I think that choosing... So, knowing that I had it... They didn't have a super high tenacity stack, so I didn't have to prioritize more potency on the Kron, which allowed me to think more about just straight up armor penetration to smack through, for Asajj, specifically. To smack through what's-her-name. So, okay, we finished that fight. Let me go check on my daughter real quick. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and we'll be right back. All right. We're coming back. What's next on the agenda? So let's go ahead and do Stranger now. Now, shout out to TJ. He was telling me that he had success using C with Freya and Savage using the new Nihilus FDC. So apparently this has some kind of legs. I can see why. You've got health, defense. What is it? Crit avoidance, this level 6 that is still working for you. So that's what I've heard. And yeah, I'm willing to try it. Let's see. What is everyone doing against Baylan FDC? If I see it, I'd probably use JML. JML, JKR. Don't be a dodo like me. Just use Efflux with JML, then use JKR to mark Shin. Don't get fancy trying to turn swap to somebody. Don't coin somebody. Just mark Shin, kill Shin, collect profit. That's my pro tip. Otherwise, I guess Bane would be fine. Check my notes. I don't know. Can't find the note. What's that? New notification on. Hey, Magicog, good to see you, man. Resubscribed here for 6 months. Going well, dude? You just joined? Yeah, it's like, I don't know, an hour and a half into stream and we've cleared like 3 teams. A lot of talking, a lot of catching up. Because I only did that one chill stream right when the last season ended. I didn't end up doing another one during the break. Just very busy time. But yeah, good times. See here. If we die, we die. Yeah, we've had 1 drop so far, but we managed to get quite a few drops. Would be my suspicion that you are the most important thing for me to kill. Can't imagine that that will not be the case. So I'm going to link Tarfful. We do what we must. Oh no, that's not good. Hey, she dealt with that rather well. Okay, we have no choices. That is fine. Oof. Shit hurt. Yeah, him not being able to crit feels like the right move. But he'd be cool. Be cool, dog. This time to be cool. There is going to be an instant defeat on Savage at some point, right? Immune to ability block is probably part of it. Okay. Shipping and receiving department. Yep. We weren't going to outrun that particular thing. Wow. That's whack, man. I want to relink. What do we want to do here? Gain the prop back real quick. Yeah. 1 and 2, and then do the deed. It must be this way. That was our instant defeat that we had some concern about previously. When Treya dies, Savage returns. Operating theory. We will see her in hell. Gently. Transformo. Yeah, just chill. God. Okay, so people stayed dead. However, one lone man and a Spider-Man. Spider-Man. And we beat you, Spider-Man. I have concerns. Okay, so yeah, permakill is a thing. So I guess you weren't relying on Savage coming back. We're relying on this working. Really fascinating. And when I say fascinating, oh my god, please stop hitting me. Thank God you can't be feared, because you are getting everything else but that. You're not going to get him in time, are you? Did you ever know that you're my hero? All right. Shout out to TJ, man. That was a 49. But did you see it work in one shot, is the question. Did you see it work in one shot? I thank you. I thank you. And I thank TJ. Be cool if this is reliable. Yeah, sample size of 1, getting a 49 is not a ringing endorsement. But you saw that I made a couple decisions. There was maybe the opportunity to transform sooner, but I don't think there was an opportunity sooner to have both of the right targets linked and then get the thing off. So, yeah. Ilya9963 on YouTube says, Tass, when you farm non-speed mods, what quality of primary do you keep? For instance, would you keep a 60% slice quality on a health mod with 3 hits in health? So, excuse me. When I'm farming non-speed mods, I'm looking for the right type of secondary. And if I happen to notice that if let's say, first of all, it needs to be the right secondary. So let's say on an offense mod, I'm obviously looking for percent offense on a secondary if offense was not the primary, right? Flat offense is great. Crit chance is typically great on offense. And then, it's on a character with health or protection either way. Percent stat of either health or protection would be ideal. So let's just assume that I have a mod with ideally those stats. If I still hit on... Oh, wait, no, one of them needs to be speed. So let's just call that last one speed, right? We're looking for, primarily, for most situations, percent offense and speed to be the best 2 split, right? If I get that 2 split, if I get 5 hits on both of those stats, I could give a damn about the roll quality. Because you have few mods that are going to meet that description regardless. With 5 hits on both percent offense and speed, it may not go on a Galactic Legend. It may not be your finest mod. You will absolutely keep it. So, all that to say, if I happen to notice off rip that if a mod that has all those desirable stats starts with really low rolls for all the rolls that I'm interested in, yeah, I'll probably scrap it. Like, again, you said non-speed mods. Even so, I'm mostly looking to have speed as a secondary. So if it's 3, if it's not 4 or 5, I probably wouldn't even keep it as a starting point, even if it had the other secondaries, because I have enough mods like that at this point that are low on speed but high on what you actually want that mod for. I've got enough of those, so I can forget about the 3. I still might make an exception if the, let's say the percent offense, flat offense, and the crit chance were just banger rolls and it was a 3 speed, probably willing to work with. If you haven't seen them though, Ilya, the How to Mod series, parts 1, 2, and 3 starts from basic knowledge just on when, how much energy to spend on farming, how to go after what sets, how to learn what to keep upgrading, when to stop upgrading something and focus on something else. We talk about everything from beginning skills all the way through very advanced topics. This, I think, is included somewhere along the way. But if you haven't watched it, it is my magnum opus. It is, if I had to stick my flag in one particular video series I've made that I think does the most good for the most people, it would be the How to Mod series. So if you haven't seen it, I strongly recommend it. It's on my YouTube. Okay. Ira King. Options include Slacker. I guess surely I should run with it first, because if you get blown out with Great Mothers, you get unlucky and they choose to focus to blow out Great Mothers on the Lightning Raid turn. Can't have that. And Gray offers us some protection from people getting blown out immediately. We've got Hux. What is it that we need? We need... What are you guys running when you're doing this? Running defense won't help you mitigate Bane's damage. So presumably, like, speed up level 3 would be strong with armor penetration. Something like that. Hey, how's this look? Stark, you just gifted a subscription to Torex. Welcome, Stark. You guys are more recent to the game. Stark was streaming Swugga regularly for a while, and then was gone for a bit, and is now back. So, looking forward to that. You want turn meter? You want turn meter? Because you have to match them, you're saying. But wait a minute. Why do I want... Wait a minute. We're taking in Hux. Why do I want turn meter? We're cutting off their turn meter, right? Really? Tell me, what am I missing? Because we're losing some max health and protection by pushing turn meter into us. But that doesn't matter, if we get the control we're looking for. But why? Why the turn meter? Yeah, well, I hear you saying that it's key, but I'd love to understand why before I, proceed with it. You're 2 out of 2 without turn meter preload. I mean, that makes sense to me. We're cutting off their turn meter, right? By bringing Hux. Uh-oh. I hear an unhappy camper. My guess is our tablet died. We are indeed in a state of grief over the tablet having expired. It is time to charge the tablet. All right. As long as your slacker speed is faster than Hondo's still without the 25% turn meter, well, that will not be happening. Okay, so that's why. If we can still benefit from turn meter, right? They can't, because we'll have Hux with advantage at battle start. So that's your idea, is that you're not even worried about using Hux as a security blanket if Pirate King Hondo increases your cooldowns, because you're not trying to have that happen. Such grief. The 25% is safer. I can see that. Hux should go before Bane. Oh yeah, Hux should definitely be going before Bane. I have no doubt of that. Yeah, so I can see why the turn meter is important to you guys. There's no way with my higher health slacker that I would be naturally faster than his Pirate King. No way. So I guess that makes up my mind, doesn't it? Yeah, turn meter. 100% armor penetration. I mean, it's not the worst stat profile in the world. All right, I see what you guys are going for. So the plan is stab into, swap into stab SM33 if for some reason Bane isn't taunting. Yes, sound right? Yeah, I can absolutely appreciate the turn meter advantage for us. All right, guys. Not at an ad set, right? Don't want to cut anybody off. Okay. It goes. Ooh, we have the opportunity to do this stun here immediately, and then we can swap. Yeah. Oh boy, oh boy. Let's not have any more of that shit. Okay. All right. Now, I feel like going under stealth is not the right move to do first. He said confidently. Yeah, we can't ignore taunt anymore. We were spoiled, but now the worst times are over. This is probably not killing. If it is killing SM33, he can be brought back, but it's nice to take him off the table if you can. Not going to say that I feel bad about that. Okay, he is... What's important is that he's not going to be able to be dispelled. Just play it cool. Yeah, he can't be dispelled. Take a natural turn there. We're going to drop ult, because we don't take the risk that we can get popped, and we're actually in a better position than I have any right to be in. Yep, see? Folks are about to go. And I mean go. We could get a revive if we get the killing blow somewhere, right? But not if she's dead, so I should put her under stun. Because we're going to stun, maintain control. He said, confident. Do that. Yeah. Maintain stun. Don't consider. Don't even fantasize for a moment about being cheeky about that. Don't you dare. Ooh, this is almost perfect. And, ooh, I want her to do the lightning. Wish we could get Hux, but I think just about anything's kill, so it is what it is. But how am I going to gripe about a 54 successfully? Nice, guys. Appreciate that. Dig that. Good recommendation about the 25%. That's a really good answer. We get the turn meter and they don't, so even though we take a hit on health, having the health wasn't going to save you from getting one shot by a Vayne basic. Promise you that. All right, 54. And we're almost through the front gate. What do I want to do for a solo Barris? You guys got a wise idea? Don't want to do Wampa. Well, I do want. Do I want to do Wampa? I'm not going to use the Wampa with the Wampa Chronic, right? Huh. Yeah, quick question, guys. You stabbed Vayne, swipe on Vayne, stab Vayne again. I have heard bad things happening to people from SM33. So, because we can't ignore taunt at our discretion anymore, it feels like it was the right decision to stun SM33 because there was that heartbeat moment where Pirate King took a turn and it did activate Vayne for a second, but then Hux got his turn, we swapped back to Slacker and stunned Vayne, and we're pretty okay until, he did manage to wrap out Hux, but, what it is. I could have stunned Vayne first, but that doesn't mean I have access to SM33 later, so. The only thing that would have been nice is if we could have finished that killing blow, right? If we would have finished the killing blow with Gray's Lightning, we would have gotten Hux back. But we were too successful with our killing blows from Slacker there towards the end. What is it? You're just a lone support, so what's the least that I can do to you? I don't know. I don't think I'd be using Iden otherwise. Iden Death is not used. Yeah, range is not used. Yeah, there's probably some legs to that. Yeah, we've already used DTMG, Enox on defense, so our troopers are otherwise engaged. There's nothing lost here in using these. Okay. There's like a mess of crit avoidance, isn't there? There isn't. There is deep armor. Printed. Armor penetration, dark side. Don't have to take anything crazy. Just to clean up. Yeah, that's not... So this is the worst of the two. We will run that. Or Grief Mando. Yeah, I mean, if this for any reason should fail, I would be shocked, but I've been more shocked. Can't be... Yeah. Is she immune to stun? Hit knowledge would be amazing. Do have buffs. I don't know. Definitely Purge. Yeah, that's annoying as shit. Not a big fan. Bat. It's already taking off. There's a stun. Okay, so it can be done. Save that. Disturbing. Unnatural. Purge. Anti-purge, rather. Up. It all worked out in the end. 35. Okay, 12 plus. All right, one drop so far. 519. What do we got? Write it all in. Tarfful, my man. Chota and Zalbar. Okay, and he didn't go with the Chotacron there, so yes, it's over there on his right. He's got a standard Ray and then an Ahsoka Ezra. Okay. Baylan. Okay. Jin, Marok, I respect that. Zuck, Orlum. Yeah, interesting. Okay. AP, Ezra, and yes. It's time for the reckoning. All right. Yang, huh? Red Ring, Swallow, out. So, a whole bunch of little things to acknowledge on Twitch. Feathers, resubscribe for 14 months. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Must be up late, right? Crazy. Why not Bounty Hunters, Mando? I thought I would get max banners with Iden, and we did. We almost didn't, but then we did. Okay. What kind of life totals are we talking about here? Not the largest, but oh no. So JML does feel good here. Oh man, this is deluxe. Okay, so that does contribute. Oh man, the Relic 10 Baylan is sexy. That one is on my short list. I haven't done him yet because the very next one I have in the pocket is for Satele. I will have her Relic 10 straight out of the gate. If you're curious what my mod set is for, inspect my T-bow in game. That's what I have devised. We'll see how that goes. Speed and defense set, 4 protection primaries, stuff like that. Must have dropped a few places to be facing Arnold. Who's facing Arnold? Who's got Arnold this round? Yeah, it is good to have GAC back, Phoenix. And also, 3 versus 3, I always was a fan of, but I think in the last couple of years, as the 5 versus 5 board has become increasingly crowded, 3 versus 3 has just emerged as the superior mode for me. It really just feels like a better choice. So anyways, I think JML should still get this done. What does he have here? Ooh, that defense to... There's a defense to offense conversion in Tarfful, right? Review that. Gain offense equal to 200% of their defense. No es bueno! Yeah. It's a bad lad. Alright, we have a lot of tools. Grid avoidance can be a problem. What's our solution? Is Queen Amidala a reasonable option for this? Because I know you have just an unbelievable amount of crit chance baked in to Padawan Obi-Wan. Is that a thing? And then I would presume we use Leia with Wampakron here. Just wrap out, what's his name? ASAP. We didn't have a Kron like this last time, but it is pure damage. Wow, it is insane amount. That mass assist is... Could use something overwhelming. All right. Piece of intel I've heard, word on the street, is... I heard about Tuskens. Who told me about that? Was that TJ? I gotta see if I have a note from him. I remember asking what cron was used to do that. What do we do? Haven't used these guys in a minute. What did he say? I think he said he used high defense. That's what I remember. Just to make sure nobody got randomly popped. Support at dark side as well. Who is this for now? First of all, I think this is a cron that I'd be using with Jabba. So I guess that's my answer. But I also have this one. Who are these for? And also, I should be assigning some other team too. So, okay. JML, Jedi Cal, JKR. Yeah. Zuckuss Forlom, I don't know yet. Presumably Leia, Drogan R2, or Ahsoka. Rey, I know that Seer Malicos is traditionally threatened by Cal. You can still get through it, but it's usually for worse banners than other compositions of Rey. Stormtrooper Luke. We still have JMK. So JMK would still handle Stormtrooper Luke just fine. Dad bod. He overwhelms. Gosh, we have so much. So it's either Clean or Seer or who for Rey. Yeah. We're gonna commit to this one. So if one. No, the defense drops right off. It's just these two, so you can take your pick, buddy. I don't know that it's likely to work with Jabba against Ray Swallow Cal. How I feel about that one. Your Tuskens failed today. Vex had Relic 5 and Relic 7 clones when he pulled that off. I'm pretty sure I heard about other people doing this, though. You think it's bad news, though, Vin? Not 100% committed to it. I wanted to, though. What was I doing for Dadbot last season? Checking my spreadsheet. Oh, I was doing Boba. Fair. Can't do that anymore. I have to be a little more careful than I was thinking. Sear is good for Saw, is it not? What am I dealing with? They do not have the ability to ignore taunt, correct? So if we did Sear... Reva's fine there. Let's do Reva then. You're so confident, do Reva then. Good damage? Probably. Speed up? Yeah, probably speed up over turn meter. We don't have a wealth of those regardless, though. Gas versus Saw? Not a terrible idea, Cosley. Remember, you have to kill them at least twice. Oh, the Cody team. Good idea. I have JMM, actually, on offense. So, you know, you're thinking about your anti-revive teams. We don't have... we do have Nihilus, but we don't really have Treya. We do have Bane, though. Haven't assigned Bane anywhere. This might be a badass, honestly. Here, this... for the job. I've already used the other one. This is a good cron for them. A really good cron. Alright. I believe in us. We're not in an ad set, right? Striker, tell me more about Tuskens versus Cody. What makes that tick? What makes that safe? What makes you feel warm and fuzzy in the night about that one? Gonna do the bonk. Yes. Surge is on you. 6, that's kind of the magic number. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all. Okay. Page you. Right. Yep. Everything's gonna be fine, he said confidently moments before his destruction. Oh god, that counterattack. Today's theme, borrowed time. Oh my god. I was about to say, can I interest you in taunting? Thank you. I have regrets. You're supposed to be dead. Guys. Guys. Okay. This down in the no es bueno category. So... Immune to healing immunity? What? We knew that was going to be a miss. Yeah. Best. Alright. Alright, so we are blinded. No point in wasting a special. We get to come back around and maybe capitalize on Death Mark? Yes, no, yes, no, yes. Big up the no. Boink. Okay, so we'll withdraw from that one. Where are we at on the drop counter? First of all. Alright, that's 2. I cut myself a check for 3? Alright, still 1 more in the tank. We also have great mothers. Turn meter, 400% defense to offense. Are people great mothering this? The health makes it feel improbable. This is a monster combat. Take enough bulk and defense so the AoEs are nullified, then it's smooth sailing. Kill kicks first, then Cody, then corrects. Sure. I can fret over the other fights. Let me make a note, though. Riva letting us down there is something of a surprise. Very, very little damage. Maybe I should have taken something with much heavier armor penetration. Because while Kyle was using his specials on Riva, we didn't have to worry about Gun, really. Hey, sweetness. Doesn't Aphra work against this historically? Kind of fun to try. I get potency, they get bonus turn. So we'll have a cooldown increase off rip. Yeah, I think that's the way it is. So I don't think we can try that. The 25% turn meter spices things up a bit. For what? What's that? The Cody thing? Okay, it looks like we have an ad set starting here in a second, but I am going to set up here to run this Tusken thing. These guys have not been visited in some time, but they're still pretty good. Right? Fast. Reasonably fast, but thick. And I mean thick. Still having a reasonable amount of damage. And then, yeah, we're still down with the thickness over here on Raider. And still having a pretty reasonable amount of offense. Alright, so. I had heard that defense was the way. I think I heard that from you, Strike. The other day. But then you also repeated it here on stream. You said enough bulk. I think we'll take this one. They're both turn meter. Build your momentum stacks. They get stunned and dots. Have to avoid middle as we build our momentum stacks. But you don't really care once you get over 15, right? Yeah. I mean, yes, we do more damage. They have dots, but okay. Don't use middle with warrior, really. Basics are third. Yeah. All right, we're back from ads. Let's get a move on with this one. All right, the instruction was kicked, so I believe in instruction. It's not an auto fight. Okay. Okay. You're quite certain that we don't dispel this 4 stacks of protection up, Striker? Because that feels like the thing to do, if it were me. Like right now, we have 55 stacks. What do you say to that? Apparently, I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull the trigger on that bomb. Damn, this shit is severe. Build up, I guess. We're waiting for these stacks to time out or something? Dispel if needed. Okay, well then we're gonna drop the stack. Because you said we have to kill him first twice, I think. I believe you. Run around. Said confidently. Yes. Dots. I like the sight of dots. Oh, come on. Come on, warrior. Hits somebody else so that he doesn't gain product, maybe? I don't know. We also have 100 billion stacks. Land? Okay. So far, so good. 3 minutes on the clock. Quite a few clones yet to kill. I think one keeled over, though, yeah? I think Cody keeled over one. So the project is going to be probably Crex in the end. Bonk, bonk. I like it. I like what we're doing. I like what we're about, gentlemen. Have it. Let's let him have it. Ah! Put it on auto? Put it on auto? No, probably not. Probably not until it's just your boy. 2 minutes is not an overwhelmingly confident amount of time to do the job. Get him. Get him, damn it. Okay. Oh, that was only number 1. Good. 38? Not quite the way we were looking for, apparently. Mm-hmm. 8. 8. 8. Probably could have waited. Right. Mm-hmm. Back up. Special. Bill. Could have waited on that special. Back up a little more. Then. Hit him. Kill him. Kill him. Operation kill him. I did not mean to actually hit that middle there. Click an error. Okay. Okay. Taking a little while to execute this. Okay, that was a death. Maybe? Nope, not quite. Get the big bonks in. I hear you, man. Let's dispel all that. Come on. I need those stacks, bud. Gonna need those stacks, bud. Did one of you call the warrior? I'm not asking for much. Just the opportunity to slay my enemies. Come on now. Come on now. 19 seconds. Surely we have them the whole time. Adam the whole time. Anyone who tells you otherwise is a wretched liar. 53. Terror. The animated series. Had a minute left on my fight? Yes, well. There. You see how easily this could time out? Yes, I believe you. I absolutely believe you. Not even curse now? I don't know, buddy. That, it could have been severe. Alright, so let me see. Empire Lives Back said 25% turn meter spices things up for great mothers. Yeah. The question is, though, am I going to one-shot when I need to this guy who is reasonably large? Reasonably large, yeah. So, probably just Leia then. JMK? Execute what's his name and move on? Ramp up what's her name and smite? I think I need to set clones just to take 3 banners off Tuskens. Probably a worthwhile decision. In my case, it was 4. You have Bane. Isn't Bane historically good against Ahsoka? Probably not, because when the exile lands, the after the sacrifice. Okay. Let's do Leia. Almost 1. I should try and wrap this up. SAP. Need to set clones just to take... Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Yeah, I nearly turned blue holding my breath there, says Don Senzi. Yeah, that was some fight, wasn't it? Alright. We won't have the opportunity to call the... Yeah. So, they have turn meter, we don't have turn meter. What does that mean? Transform, and that means do, like, mass assist stuff, Rip? Something like that? Leia's also pretty scary here. Usually C Bane is the normal play. Good to know, River Crassian. So, we don't have C. We do a Bane. And if this goes south... I am confident JMK. Okay. Well, we should plan out more, because I need to know. I think I heard somebody doing Jabba successfully here. But let's try JML real quick. And this is a great time to stress test me, because the protection on my best turn meter cron is pretty crap, like just under 60%. And I've tried to re-roll it. It has not gone my way. Leia's, no, I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't take you for being a smartass, Tellable. I believe you. Leia can get blown out by Ahsoka. That has happened before. Let it begin. Hi. Okay. Nice to meet you. Smart. You're cute. Don't think you're funny. Do anything clever. Just kill her. Immediately, if not sooner. If you would kindly. Okay. Welcome back. Hi. Something bad happens if I daze you? I don't recall. I'm gonna go on the off chance that I'm wrong about that. Swap. Go right back into the other stance. Sure. Mark him down. Reason to allow him to have freedom of movement. Can't execute him, though. But yeah, we just have to pop him like so. Again, if you're doing JML versus this fight, just be sure that you use JKR to mark Shin. Now, starting next week, your Satil Shan's probably consuming your JKR. Definitely in 5 vs 5, arguably in 3 vs 3. This might be tough to give up, because without JKR, I don't think you have the reliability that you need to one-shot Shin. Maybe on JML's first turn or something, you coin calling Jedi Cal over onto Shin and try to one-shot her, but you're not hitting under protection until Jedi Cal swapped into the riposte stance, so... up with that. Yeah, Max L or... yeah, that's a bunch of good stuff. We still have Queen. We have a wealth of options, so it's really important to just try and not drop more. Great Mothers gets through Fugitive. Yeah. Do Aphra here. Who would replace JKR if he goes with Satil? Well, for use against Baylan, I don't know. Because I don't know that I have confidence that you have access to Shin. Because once she gets her first turn, she's going into stealth first. So if you don't have some means of pulling her out, maybe you take Mace. But then Mace would also need to get the mark on her, right? For you to be able to go after her once Baylan's got taunt up. I mean, you can still ignore taunt with JML and everything, and I guess, you know, Jedi Cal, but that stealth, historically, has been your loss condition with JML. Are you, my son? There you are. 000. I think we take with this one. Is torture important? Is this call important? Oh, what the hell? Let's bring our dope ass IG. Let's get him, lads. Do we open up with the increase or with the summon? Let's assume that this is still probably the right way to go. This for now. Mildly worrisome. This is a call. Yeah, I would prefer to maintain that for just a moment. Let's keep that special, at least until our dude's on deck. Back in action, young man. Stay chill, stay chill. Holy shit. Please observe how we immediately lost. What's his nut? Ooh, I'm cool. You're cool. We're all cool. Hit him with the braps. This is the same way you do this fight regardless. There is but no other way but through. Oh my god, please don't do that. Just kill him. Had him the whole time. 57. Mild concern. So probably better to do the summon first if I had to guess. Okay. This team does not have AoE, so Wouldn't Queen devour this? Bane like eat a whole bunch of things on this wall, does he not? Jabba could be. Yeah, Seer, that was the question. Doesn't Seer work here? Seer Malicos crew. Do we do that? They don't get turn meter, and we would, but that, you know, by the act of going first, we have some trouble. You wouldn't be able to rocks first because your cooldowns would be increased, so that's historically like one of your risks. I don't know about this one. Cosley, what'd you say? What's up, sweetness? First turn would be bombs. That's the... less confident I would like it. We do have Cal. Somebody did mention gas. That is an interesting thought. Gas with defense, presumably. They do get 100 billion buffs, so that is kind of interesting. Rex 5s. So if JMK, Cat, and I don't know, Mace go against Ray Swolo, and Leia Drogon goes there. Something for Zuckuss. Me, Master Qui-Gon, Padawan, Obi-Wan, probably Bane for dad bods, something like that. Sign it out like that. Tarfful. What do you do for Tarfful? I can look it up real quick. My daughter needs me to get her something right quick, so I'm going to step away for just a moment. Appreciate your patience. We are running a marathon here today, apparently, but nevertheless, right back. All right. Thank you guys for your patience. There was a situation that needed to be rectified with a bath. So, my sweetness is in the bath. All right. We have all these options that aren't gas, so we can come back to that later. Let's deal with the big nasties back here. Because I think we can afford to, I am going to try Night Sisters. I do have mighty enough Night Sisters. We still need to give him Ron that is high crit damage. And yet still Dark Side turn here. Not a lot are going to fit that bill. You at? This is about as good as it gets. I don't think that's going to work, guys. I don't even know that that's something I'll risk here. We don't have enough crit damage to deliver a blow against plus 100% health. But I think that does kind of pigeonhole us into going with Leia. The only question is, do I still rock the Wampacron? I guess we really do want to have that the most BAM possible. So that is the solution for that, for sure. Let's see how this goes. We gotta move. Wife gets home from work, and I am still playing this game. There's a chance I might have to answer for that. And today. Please stop doing things. So far, so bad. So far, so bad. Probably this one. Has to be now if it's going to be ever. You don't have the buff, right? Yeah, you're just about to give it to yourself. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Bizarre. Could have been bizarre. We're a long ways off. Take your money and run. Five there. Okay, so JMK here? Yes. Nothing. Let him do. Fight him for life. Galactic Republic. Who is it that I am worried about? I mean, we can stun. An ability block. That is why we want. Okay. Not getting blown out is key. Crit chance would be the counter to crit damage. Offense might also be a valid option. Oh yeah, that is completely enough. So what about like a health cron? Health cron? Yeah, we have this one, which is okay, but it doesn't really help Cat. Light side. This one would be actually pretty crazy, wouldn't it? This was the cron I was otherwise going to set with Rey. So this would definitely give us the mitigation. I think this is probably the golden ticket. Run it. Ads are on the way in a minute. Hustle up. Okay. Got a ways to go there. We're gonna do that. You can now be smited. Because it would otherwise... I would prefer to put this on Ray, but... do what we must out here. Ouch. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's beautiful. That is more. None of that, please. Strip you? Yes. Sure. Yeah, I mean, that's not ideal, but we'll make it work. All you. Trying to get the ability block. E. Love it. Wasted that basic on them. Did have the thing, right? Get that just set. And that's this one. And two. This one. Yeah, do that. But it'd be cool. Transfer mastery. Just chilling. Ow. Kill? Kill? Really have to go with the kill. And back. 57. Nice. Smooth sailing. Okay, so if those worked well, then that means we do have quite a bit of clearance. What do you guys like for Tarfful? Anything you want to see? Because I think I have enough to go through the rest of it well. Yeah, what are we doing for these guys? I think Queen Amidala is going to end, so... Man, these guys are so nasty. I can't wait to eventually take Queen up to Relic 10. It is going to be goop. Good damage? Ooh. Oh my god, I forgot this set had light side turn meter. Crit damage armor penetration is spicy. Pretty nice. The turn meter's kind of unnecessary. Light side buffs up is very, very attractive. Crit damage, armor penetration, offense, and defense. This one's probably the dopest dope. Okay, Roberto Rodriguez says, hey Tass, any advice against Nihilus lead Treya C with Nihilus Kron? That sounds like something that Sith Eternal could solo. Especially one with like high defense and maybe a chunk of health on him. That's what I might try. Try this. Hi. Hello there. Sure, let's do this. No reason to let you do things. No good earthly reason for that. Introduce you? Hi. Guys at work. Far so good. Just the basic, please. Oh yeah, the follow-up is so strong. And the Bat. And the Brat. That's right, you have to be last to die. Alright, well, I feel pretty good about where we're at. Qui-Gon with the Dispel right about here-ish. Yes, goodbye, my friend. Stunned hard on the enemy. Yep. All Luthen and Kyle, huh? Jabba. Getting somewhere. What are we doing on time? 1:17. Right. Nope, wrong. There you are. Hi. A rare duck indeed. Treya, great mothers, you don't say. That's so, my friend. I think that worked. We just happened to have them for such an occasion. How about that? Elizard, hey Tass, for Dabbod, Ventress, Fennec. What are safe options? You're watching it live, buddy. This is my first real round of the season. My first round was against an Erodium opponent, so not really a rigorous challenge. What do I care about here? I think we do want to bless Spirit because we're trying to take people away. SAP. Make with the dooming. Kill it quickly. All right. Hi. Guys, it worked. Yeah, I mean, you know, Night Sisters this season's going to be able to fight a variety of setups of Ahsoka Ezra, so the fact that it's able to beat this team, hardly surprising to me. Seven. Oh, somebody just did something. What's that? Hey, Clark, raided in. How you doing, Clark? Thanks for the raid. How was your stream? Good to see you. I don't think I didn't notice, people, that nobody chose to bless my idea to use, what was it here? Yeah, now. Anyway, Rex 5's defense, surely, gonna be key. Exercise. Defense, I mean, crit damage is gonna help people go away, though. How do you want it? Yeah, you can get all the offense. Oh my god. Okay, we'll probably just go with this one. This is a crazy-ass cron. Do you see that? Buffs up, level 3, armor penetration, offense, 163% defense. Oh! Howdy, Tass, doing good. Stream was good. Brought the Huts Hangout Raiders back to a Star Wars channel. Welcome, Huts! See you. It'll be fun. Said confidently. Moments coming at the end. Yep, I see you. Thank you. Personally, my favorite part is being stunned. It means they didn't crit, which is just neat. Guys, are we okay? Are we okay? Good question. Do we have this in the bag? In the bag? Okay, that is a total of 3 drops, so I can have no more if I want to keep it to 3 or less. We must be. We have such great options available. Surely Bane. Surely Bane. Surely Bane would work there against Saw. What do I care about? And you're gonna hit crazy damn hard. Respect that. That is a truth. We'll be doing that. Stark just kicked off a hype train. This is the 3rd hype train this stream. This might be the first time in all the years of my streaming that we've had 3 hype trains in the same stream. So thank you guys so much. Thank you, Stark, for kicking us off, and or who was donating previously. I think you got queued up for that a while ago. Worked all good. Night Sisters versus Boba. Nice. Okay, man. Glad to hear that. Yeah, we still have Tusken. The right lead. God, that team is just massive. Indeed. Thank you for the biddies, Doofine. 100 biddies from Doofine. Thank you kindly. Did you say hype train? Indeed, Stark. Thank you for kicking that off. Homies? Homies. No homies, homies. Aphra, Gungans. What are the odds that Gungan? Good. Super high armor penetration. We could make a facsimile of that. Shall we? What was that? Yeah, of course, Tarfful's. Alright, penetration / crit damage / potency. That is pretty tough to go wrong with this one. Kill who we must. That's out of the bag. Wow. Hype train level 4 achieved. That's right, man. I gotta switch hats. And we're on the clock, so I gotta do that quick. OG Tassenix hat from back in the high school days. Coming soon. Dispel. Operation kick the shit out of that particular guy right there. It would be so great if you were no longer among us. Death mark, but not blind. So, this. You have the thing. Use them de boomba. Right? Not quite the boom that I was thinking it would be. Yes. Oh, look at that. Take the money and run. Take the money and run. Kick the shit out of him. Dispels? Yep. Does. Epic. Dispel him quickly. Destroy him. Feast on his bones. Since they're on offer. Hello there. Hi. 57. Tyr Malicos, the Wookiees, and Bane the Saw. Really, Bane would work. I mean, let's Bane the Saw real quick, and then just Jabba the other one. How's that sound? Oh, I'm sorry. Literally, what did I just do? Yeah, it was Gungans. Nass. AJ Tarp, 57. Really nice. one. So, okay, so 0, 0. And the gas was surprising there. It is. And, yeah, Bane. Don't get cute. Bring sass. More biddies! Goodness. Yamash, 150 biddies. Thank you kindly. Where are we at with this hype train, guys? Is it still running? I think it's still running, but I don't see a little ticker running on Twitch for it. Oh, hype train just upgraded to level 5. Thank you guys so much. Armor penetration. Not underestimate that defense again and again and again, shall we? Is there any health to be had with one? This one's a pretty nice spread. Minor amount of health. Not really. Armor penetration. Wow. Health and offense. This might be. If we bring enough armor penetration, then you would die outright. How much more armor penetration are we getting by going? This is significantly more armor penetration. Are we going to make it if we have to fight for a long fight? I don't think so. I don't feel like this is a grind. This feels like something where we go boom. Have it. That's right. We have hit level 5. Thank you, guys. I mean, I guess I have to switch hats again. Fuck. All right. Big boom. Go away. Okay, you're supposed to go away, so we talked about this. You have a job. Done? No? You guys are really not doing it for today. All right. That's good. Some profit before what's-her-name dies, and then we get to do stuff. It's just remarking about the stuff we were going to be able to do, he said confidently. Man, this is looking dicey. Okay, everything was cool in the end, and that's how you 3-shot a saw. You learned that here today on Tassenix Gaming. All right. Wow, it sounds like I'm missing a whole bunch of chimes. Hey, thank you, Plumbus! Another 5 gift subs. Thank you guys so much. So yeah, I do owe you the hat change. We're going over to this Tassenix Gaming hat. You haven't seen this one before. It's a comfortable hat. All right. Done there. You there. Jabba? Why not? Defense, surely. I don't mind that at all. It also probably has the benefit of being our best option. Max health damage or turn. Yeah, I mean, this is such a giga amount of defense. But Blitz. Oh, a miss. Yeah, the foresights are probably not the best for me. But getting that there, good. Community helps our case. Whatever. Let's just move on through. Yep. God, she hits so hard. I love this character. I love Bowser Relic 10. He's over 16,000 offense now. A real brute. Just a bad sport, you know? Nice. Nice. That is the quick we're looking. Let me throw that out on me. You don't need any buffs, do you, friend? Yeah, have some Boomba. You there. Die next, please. 5. All right. Cool. 1977 says, hi, Tass. Hey, what's going on? Welcome. We just finished clearing ground. All right. The 1571. And checking back in the notes. Yeah, his ground was 1506. So if we do not run into absolute disaster here, we should be fine. My dude, what? What am I looking at? All right, we've got Raddus, Executrix, and whatchamacallit? Negotiator. Okay, so what? Probably Executor right here. All right. Pretty sure that's the case. 1, 2, 3, 4, is it? Don't need to sweat the banners, but you are only really going to bring one. I should be this one. In case something crazy happens, I can take the +1 banner, though. Hype Train ended at level 5. Thank you all so much. Really appreciate it. This is, I really want to say, maybe the first time ever we've had 3 Hype Trains in the same stream. It's also rare that I'm running long enough for that to happen. So. All right, off we go. Oh yeah, I got to pay you guys out. Those who believed are richly rewarded, right? 3 or less. We only, in the end, had 3 drops total. Congratulations to those who believed. You are vindicated for your faith. That was just picture perfect. Okay, please don't kill me. I've been very specific about the please don't kill me portion of the show, I think. Yes, you. Hi. You die, please. Yes. That is the droid we're looking for. Have it. Hit. That. Kill him. Save our man. Damn you, Tarkin. Kill this one. Quickly. Just on the quickness. Have it. Hit. Let's say, where you at? Undoubtedly. Alright. But yeah, the extra ship for sure was not needed, but it is what it is. Hype chest. Oh yeah, let's open that and share. Choo-choo! Thank you guys for the hype train again. You knew I could do it, Roar. Thank you. Yes. By our powers combined. 72 there. Not the best. Could have been a 73. Okay. Profundity here? Seems about right. We'll take you and take Biggs on the off chance that you lose your tank. Off chance. Another one. Ray Ben Ezra with the Chota FTC. I mean, I was planning to do Leia Drogan R2 with the Wampacron for that. If I didn't have that, probably the next thing would be Queen. Probably Queen. Nice, we got that proc out the gate. Means we can Pull Anakin right out of stealth and marking. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Have it. Kill him. Yeah. No assist call. Didn't change a thing. Nicely done. Good luck with Leia. Yeah. Yeah. Just use that first Grogan basic to knock her out. That's your best move, man. Good luck. Conscientious observer on refuses to participate in unnecessary battles. Use a moral code to uphold. That requires pacifism. No, in fact. Actually, we are double dazed. Wow, that is great ass. This is actually going to dispel us, right? Bringing in your second rebel ship regardless dispels you. That was correct. I don't really care about putting more. Really trying to do whatever we can to keep. Come on. I want to keep the Y-wing. Okay. Let's go ahead and give ourselves a defense penetration. Ship it. Go after Marauder, I say. Best if he's not the last ship remaining. Nice, no assist. Again, that's incredible. If I had to actually rely on the art. Don't nothing get called by nobody, never. Jeez, man. 75, fair enough. So what are we doing? Home one? Home one offensively? Yeah? Yeah? Let's think about this. No bigs, really. So we're just gonna go in with a triple attacker. Okay. Sure. Are we actually gonna bring in? Who knows? I don't know. I just work here. I don't usually use this team. Nice, Leia, it worked for you, man. Glad to see that. Yeah, we just did that for the first time ourselves today, Elzard. So if it worked for you, very much excited to hear that. Let's go through. That ability box is serious shit. AoE? Twice? Yeah, the AoE is just insane. Oh my god. Guys, I think I found that it works. Got him! No other ships required. 72. And that's the end. All right, a 2010 against Arsenal, a very challenging opponent that I have lost to the last 2 or 3 times. Finally, the universe is righted, and you know, fortunate for me. You know, that's a good birthday present to me. So I appreciate it, and as always, you know, GG to Arsenal. Fantastic opponent. Always fun to fight. Let's go ahead and do the review. Get ready to wrap. Cosley, thank you for the GG, man. All right, we got ads about to start. Maybe I just grouse for a second. Why don't I chat with you guys a second so I don't cut people off from the wrap up. Okay. One of my patrons lost their fight. It was a close one. Sorry to hear that, man. Oh, thanks for all the happy birthday wishes, guys. Thank you. Got a lot of DMs that were on DND. All right. Megatron, happy birthday test. Thank you, man. Burkin87, happy birthday. Thank you, guys. Striker, 2 counters shown on stream. I have a chance of mention on plotting and scheming. For sure, man. We'd be happy to have you as a guest, if not for the fact that be approaching you the middle of the night type of thing. Where are you at these days with your rank, Striker? Where are you at? I know you got busier with work where you couldn't give all the time and attention that you would otherwise have preferred to give, but you're still doing well, aren't you? Yes, thank you, Striker. He did give us 2 of our counters here today. We'll wrap that. We'll review that here in just a second when the ads are done. Oh, I missed your hats off, Megatron. I got you. Thank you, Megatron. Thank you for tuning in. Always appreciate you viewing. What were the 2 that you gave me? It was the DTMG versus the EP, and what was the other one, Striker? You're in the top 500 still. Good stuff. Good stuff. Thank you for the happy birthday, Rurik. All right, party people. We're all back from ads, so nobody's going to get left in the dust. Let's go ahead and do the review. So, at the start of this all, I did cover in detail how Arsenal cleared my entire defense. We did get several holds. Very successful defense. It's nice to actually have that kind of performance, because the last few months have just been almost flawless. People just rolling through me. So, very nice, and Arsenal put up a 1922, so that was the mark to meet. If you want the details, go back to the start of the VOD and see that. Tuskens versus Cody, yeah, that's the other one, Striker. All right, we'll cover that in a minute. Let's talk about how we cleared bottom front. Against his Pirate King Hondo, SM33 and Vane, Slacker, Hux, and Ray. Vane did get loose enough just once to basic and remove a full health, full protection Hux from reality. Aside from that, things went well, 54. Against Stranger, Starkiller, and Spider Maul. Shout out again to my co-host from Plotting and Scheming, TJ5270. He clued me into him having a successful attempt with Sith Eternal, Freya, and Savage using the new Nihilus FDC. So you still do have the level 6 ability active for Freya, I guess? I mean, there's still no revive, so whatever. But the stat profile on the Kron is pretty nice for our purpose. We did get it done, but for 49. Against Inquisitor Barris, Second Sister, Ninth Sister, went in with Raddus, Jin, and Baze. Managed to survive long enough to get to Hope. But unfortunately, we lost Baze, and there are no revives, as I was quickly reminded. And yeah, we were able to take out everybody but Inquisitor Barris. She was so robust that she more or less easily survived Hope. All of the hitting that... We took out Ninth Sister and then just timed out going after Inquisitor Barris. Used Iden range Death Trooper to clean up the lone Inquisitor Barris, total of 37 banners. Against EP, DVDE, and Royal Guard. Shout out to Striker for pointing this one out. DTMG, Moff Gideon, and Scout for 57. Interesting caveat here. So because we don't have Mara Jade, we're at liberty to use Moff Gideon's Armor Shred up front. That does blind them. That doesn't stop the fractures or whatever landing from DVDE, but, you know, every little bit helps. There's no real value in using the turn meter pull against this composition of DVDE because you can't reduce DVDE's turn meter. That being said, the fight was basically spamming Moff Gideon's AoE, and that's how we won this one. We did have a viewer in the chat say that they tried that against an EP Mara J DVDE, and you have to play it slightly differently in that on Moff Gideon's first turn, you actually do have to do the turn meter pull. Yes, you don't pull it off of DVDE, but if you don't pull the turn meter off of Mara Jade, she'll just start a turn meter loop that you'll probably not be able to exit it and get to do stuff. So keep that in mind if you're going to try that against the composition with Mara Jade in it. But really good learnings there. Thank you again. Jabba, Kersantin, Bausch. We had some drops from our opponent on our defense. So we were willing to try. Mother Talzin, Marin Asajj. Saw that he had high defense, not an insane amount of tenacity. So I didn't have to spec my Kron for really added tenacity. I took armor penetration, though. And we got it done. 52 banners. That's how we got through front wall. Here in the back. Against Tarfful, Choda, and Zalbar. One of the last fights we did, we had Jabba, not otherwise needed elsewhere. Jabba, Chrysanthemum, Bausch, 57 banners. Against Baylan, Shin, Marok with the new Baylan FDC, JML, Jedi Cal, and JKR. You just gotta stick to the script. Efflux with JML, use JKR to mark Shin, and blow her up. All good things come to those who do those two moves first. You're flirting with disaster otherwise. Zuckuss, Forlorn, Cad Bane with the Zuckuss level 9. That was Gungans, Nas, Jar Jar, Tarfful's 57 banners. Against Ahsoka, Ezra, Hu Yang, turn meter level 3, 400% defense to offense level 6, Hu Yang level 9, and 100% added health on the stat. Leia Drogon R2 with the Wampakron gave us enough juice to have the one shot on Ezra at the appointed hour for 55 banners. That's how we finished the fight. Ray Swallow Cow with the Chodakron. But yeah, JMK Cat Mace is what I thought was going to work because you can wait out Cal's first turn, smite him, and then proceed, more or less, right? If I didn't have that available, I was going to risk going with Queen Amidala, but that can go worse. Anyway, JMK Cat Mace worked just fine. 57 banners. Nothing to complain about in the back. Up top against Fugitive Omega, Crosshair and Mercenary Wrecker, Aphra BT1 IG90. And if you watch that fight, I did open up with doubt, but I don't know. Maybe that was the right move because I do think we didn't have Crosshair pop off with his snipe. And if we didn't increase his cooldowns on his first turn, he was like one more basic away from getting it. He had like 3 stacks or something, 3 or 4 stacks of Shaken when we finally got the killing blow on him. But yeah, Aphra, BT1, and IG90, you just use basics basically with BT1. Basically, you really just need that single target damage to burn down Wrecker as quickly as possible. Then on to Fugitive Omega, Crosshair last, 57 banners. We got them down before they were able to get through our protection ups. Against Boba Fett, Sign of Django, Fennec, and Asajj, Dark Disciple, with the Asajj Dark Disciple Focus Datacron. Great Mothers, Morgan, Spirit. Was it high crit damage, I want to say? 57 banners. Stormtrooper Luke, Leia, and Stormtrooper Han. We had Queen Amidala, otherwise unassigned, so that was a solid 57 there. Saw Luthen and Kyle. We tried a few things here. First was Reva, Grand Inquisitor, Seventh Sister. Admittedly, I could have taken considerably more armor penetration, and I didn't. And I think you would agree it was costly because we killed nobody. I don't even think we killed the Summit the first time. So, grim tidings. Backed out on that. Went back in with Gas Rex 5s. And yes, that likewise did not work. Gas got sat. We went in with a high amount of defense. And Gas got set. And then Rex basically got immediately blown out because 5 sacrificed. And then Rex got blown out anyway. Gas stood up and then died. Wouldn't recommend the experience. No bueno. Bane Sass, in the end, got us through a total of 25 banners. Woo! Cody, Krex, and Kix was the last team up there. Tuskens got it done. Tuskens, Chief Warrior Raider, with a high defense set 28 Gron. I don't know if turn meter or speed up matters. Speed up's probably strictly better, but high defense is great to make sure that you don't lose any of the people that don't come back. And yeah, they basically stay focused on mowing down your raiders, and you pick your moment to land a high momentum big hit from Warrior. You focus down kicks first, then I believe I did Cody, then Crex. And that ended up being a 53. I hear a lot of people get a 54 with that, so whatever. Again, shout out to Striker for pointing that one out. Good one. So that's 2 really good counters. All right. Who is next? That's it. All right. So that brings us all the way here to Fleet. He mixed it up a bit for me. He had Raddus, Executrix, and Negotiator on defense. So home 1 against Raddus for 72. Executor against Executrix for 72. And Profundity against Negotiator for 75. In most of these cases, I took one more ship than I probably strictly needed to have, but I wasn't worried about it. You know, we came up into Fleet up something about 70 banners, and then Arsenal did have a drop in my fleet, so as long as, you know, we were definitely in a super strong spot when we got back here. As long as we just didn't have absolute disaster with it, you know? So again, shout out to Arsenal, GG. Woo! Okay, so my wish is granted. I've got the win, which means I should have another real match, not in Erodium, for the weekly final. We'll let you guys know who that is. Plumbus, good work today, and have a great birthday, my dude. Thanks, Plumbus. Thanks for all the gifted subs. Really appreciate it, and thank you to everybody for the generosity. Really, very kind. Never expected. Very much appreciated. And, you know, you guys' support is why I don't have to pick and choose about the things that I get, so I can always showcase the latest and greatest. Long-term fans of the stream know that, you know, before I had a decent viewership, I had anything like a Patreon, before I was monetized on YouTube and stuff, I really did have to pick and choose stuff. So really, guys, thank you. Thank you. I do put this money, for the most part, back into the game so we can keep chugging with the latest and greatest. All right. Striker, you were currently ranked 345 and won this round, so hopefully inside the top 300. Nice. Looking at a good week 2 then. All right, guys, let's go ahead and wrap things up. Here is the link to my Discord. If you're not already there, that's the place to catch me. If you want to find out when I'm going live, be notified when I post content, just check off the Swugga role, check off the roles that you want for YouTube. If you play any other games that I have on that server, get access to those sections by checking off the role. So check that out. Of course, if you're catching me live, you already know I'm here at twitch.tv/Tassenix. I also simulcast from my YouTube channel. Not at first today, but generally, you know, we got it right eventually. Which is Tassenix Gaming. And if you've not been to my YouTube channel before, check it out. Whole bunch of Swugga-related content that I think you'll be interested in. Stuff like the How to Mod Guide series on building up your mod collection from scratch. It assumes you know nothing, and it's everything I know about best practices for modding. Stuff like the How to Hot Utils, if you're a Hot Utils Patreon, using automation to the fullest. Mod guides on characters and factions you asked about. My Grand Arenas with chapters added. Whole bunch of great stuff. It's also a rebroadcasting point for my Grand Arena focused podcast, Plotting and Scheming, that I make with my friends Dagger, TJ, Sasha, Aisha, and Fatal. We break down our last week in the thereabouts of the top 100 of Kyber 1. We'll talk about our, the meta matchups and how we dealt with them, our favorite attacks and defenses that we saw, our lessons learned for the week to come, and any other intel that we think is worth sharing with you guys. So yeah, that show is native to Spotify, but wherever you catch it, check the description. There is a link that you can use to plug us into your preferred podcast program and follow that show. Aside from that, anything you enjoy over there on YouTube, please hit like, hit subscribe to the channel to see more. Follow me on Twitch. All great ways to support the channel, absolutely free. Really appreciate it, guys. We're closing in on 1,900 YouTube subscribers. Still pretty small channel, but we're still growing. So thank you. Thank you for the interest. Tell everybody. Tell your mom. Tell your cousins, you know. At the next family gathering, say, listen, you seem to be a Star Wars fan and you have a phone. You might check out this thing. Any of that. Well, if you want to go above and beyond the Call of Duty to support me, there are a few ways to do so. First, I have a Cash App. That is $Tassenix. I do have a PayPal, which is tassenix@gmail.com. And if you want to get enhanced Grand Arena scouting power for yourself, early access to my content, including plotting, scheming, and a few other benefits besides, you might be interested in becoming a patron. Check out patreon.com/Tassenix. For any upwardly mobile Grand Arena player, there is something there of interest for you. At $5 a month, you enter the Task House at VIP access level, where you get the early access to plotting and scheming that is coming out to our general audience Friday mornings at 8 a.m. Eastern, but patrons have it as early as Monday or Tuesday night, giving you that early edge going into the first round of the week. I will occasionally, and especially upon request, make patron-exclusive videos that you'll have at least a month ahead of the general public. And, of course, dedicated text and voice chat on Discord, where I am usually lurking. So pop on in and say hi. Thank you so much to all of my patrons here at VIP Access. Oh, I forgot to drop the link for the Patreon. There you go. All right, moving on up to the next tier is VIP Access Plus at $10 a month, where you get a bundled Patreon access to me and to your choice of either OmegaBot or Hot Utils Patreon. OmegaBot's that tool that I highlight at the start of all of my Grand Arena streams. It's the one with the graphs giving you an easily understood sense of your opponent's offensive and defensive tendencies. Anybody can use that tool for free to scout their opponent's last week of Grand Arena history, but only patrons can build out a custom report with any number of weeks. You get a downloadable HTML version of that report with embedded links that'll take you right back into Swugga.gg or Insight with data pre-sorted, just helping you further minimize and focus your scout. Alternatively, you might go for Hot Utils Patreon, aka Chili subscription, which is your #1 tool for mass mod management and loadout creation. Nothing else lets you move so easily between your Grand Arena, TB, TW, and Raid mods. You can use it like TJ and Fatal do, with the powerful automation feature to comprehensively remod your roster. You can slice through hundreds of mods in seconds, help out your guild in TW, and so much more. No wrong way to go at VIP Access Plus. Thank you to all of my patrons here. At VIP Access Premium, man, I need a sip of water here. At VIP Access Premium, that is $15 a month for the Double Bot Bundle. So Patreon access for me, OmegaBot, and Hot Utils, all in one price. Going out and getting those two bots anywhere else costs the same as this triple bundle, which is why so many of my patrons say it's one of the best values in all of Swugga. Thank you so much to all of my patrons here at VIP Access Premium. I know you guys enjoyed the double bots. All right, at the top of the list, Injester's Club Elite, the one, the only Nomad's Reaper, a madman who pops in from time to time and just goes crazy, drops hundreds of subs, thousands of biddies, has been incredibly generous over the years, and we recognize and appreciate it. Thank you so much, Nomad. To Pills, who also follows in the noble footsteps of Nomads, popping up on occasion and just dropping 10 subs here out of nowhere, 100 subs there out of nowhere. Never know what to expect, but I appreciate it, Pills. Thank you so much. Special thanks first go out to the Lost Womp Rat. And today he proved exactly why he's on the special thanks list. Not only is he a patron of mine, and I actually made him an honorary patron, or I made him a patron for life. He doesn't have to pay me for that, but he chose to upgrade to get the bots and decided to support me anyway. And then he went above and beyond even that, helping out not just me, but my entire community and other Swugga communities at large with all of their IT-related issues, especially if they're a streamer. Womp Rat got us back up and running on YouTube today. There was an issue that had me jammed up, and Womp Rat came to the rescue and saved us. So if you like watching me over there on YouTube, you have Womp Rat to thank, and for that we recognize you, Womp Rat. Thank you so much. To Mrs. T, my wife, thank you for all you do in the background, whether that's bringing me something to eat or drink while I'm live on stream, or just keeping our daughter from tearing the house apart while I'm trying to be the very best like no one ever was at a phone game. I appreciate you. And of course, again, to my co-hosts on Plotting and Scheming, Dagger, TJ, Sasha, Aisha, and Fatal. Gentlemen, as always, it is my pleasure and privilege to record our show on a weekly basis together. We're damn near 3 years into the show, and you guys still show up every week. I have the opportunity to learn from you every episode. Hopefully you guys occasionally feel the same, but it isn't about us. It is about our viewers and listeners tuning in. And I got to tell you guys, it is rare that a day goes by that I don't get some type of comment or DM thanking us for the discussions that we're having on the show. People are listening, picking up some actionable intelligence, and using it to win the day in their own Grand Arena matches. So we're having the effect that we wanted to with the show. Thank you guys so much for being a part of it all this time, and I wouldn't change a thing. All right, let's head back over to the main scene and we make ready. Oh, what's that? Another chime? Hey, Violet Beautifly. Oh, yes, thanking for the gift. Okay, yeah, and thank you for the follow, Violet. Appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah. All right, let's make ready to raid you guys out. Shields up, weapons online. Who's on? All right, Bit Dynasty's live on YouTube. Sending you guys on YouTube over there to Bit. Tell him I said hi. Wishing the best of luck from me. Bit Dynasty will always save us when it comes to Conquest. He used to save us for Galactic Challenges when that was still a thing. Just a stand-up dude. Tell him I said hi, though. And thank you all for tuning in. All right, YouTube folks are out the door. Here we go, Twitch people. Who's up and running? Oh, yeah, Ranger's up, man. Let's go ahead and say hi to Ranger. Starting up the raid. Here we go. Okay. I see you all clicking the button. We're forming up. Gotta go support our man. If you don't know, Ranger recently did an American Cancer Society charity drive. I offered up my second mall hat, and somebody won it. I have it boxed up. I'm gonna ship it out here, like, in the next couple of days. And it was my pleasure to be involved in that. Apparently, me donating the hat to the raffle, or to the event itself, qualified me to win something. And I won this skull, this 3D printed, what do you call it, from Mandalorian, the Mythosaur skull. And that is something that Womprat made and donated for the charity auction. So it's just amazing how that all came to pass. Regardless, thank you all so much for tuning in. And until next time. It's been real. It's been awesome. It's been real awesome.